Um, I want to tell my story, but I don't know how. So, I found some notes in my phone. Well, I've been looking at notes in my phone trying to remember some stuff. And, I just decided to read some. So, this is the first note ever on this phone. 16th of April, 2020. I think it's my turn to leave this planet. I can't keep feeling like this. I can't deal with everything going on. I just can't. I'm done. I've broken down countless times today, which is a huge thing for me because I haven't cried in like 6 years. It's like I've been holding on to everything and now it's all coming out. I can't. I just can't. That's the first one. Next one is. Well, that's to my ex. Can't read that one. Alright. There we go. 21st of April. I feel like a coffee table. Bear with me now. I'm not as crazy as what you think. What do people do with a coffee table? What is it used for? You use it to put your drinks and food on it. You rest your feet on them. They get coffee stains and nobody really gives a shit about the coffee table. It's just there. The only times anyone gives a shit about the coffee table is when you kick your toe on it. And they yell and scream at the coffee table even though it wasn't really the coffee table's fault. And the only other time they care about the coffee table is when it's not there, because they can't fulfill their needs of using it. I am that coffee table. Here's another one, 22nd. There's more in between these, but I'm just reading them. If you don't understand mental illness, good. You shouldn't have to. If you don't understand that feeling of anxiety where you're panicking so much that you vomit, then good. If you don't know what it feels like to have this demon called depression following you around, destroying everything you once thought was beautiful, then good. If you don't know what it's like to have a tube down your nose filling you up with what you think is poison but is truly just liquid food, then good. If you don't know what it's like to survive a traumatic event and then have to experience it in every detail over and over again, then good. If you don't know what it's like to drag a piece of metal across your wrist because you just don't know what to do anymore, then good. If you don't know what it's like to have to look your loved ones in the eyes after a failed suicide attempt, then good. You shouldn't have to. But don't ever judge something you don't understand, and no one wants your opinion. Oh, I like it. Alright, 25th of April. Oh, this is like a poem. The little boy just could not sleep. He lay in bed. Fuck off, sorry. The little boy just could not sleep. He lay in bed, eyes closed shut, but his thoughts ran too deep. His mind had gone down the rabbit hole. What was it tonight? Was it a stroll down memory lane, past molestation station? Was he trapped at domestic violence asylums? Was he ever at Suicide Park, where nothing is nice and everything is dark? Was he trapped in thought about how he stops there? Alright. Here's interesting. Well, it no, might be interesting. I'm in this suicidal state where I now have to die. Like, I don't get it. There's a few stages of being suicidal that I go through. I always have those intrusive, jump in front of that train, or it'd be better if I was dead crap. I'm used to that when it's at a normal level, but keep in mind that's my baseline. That's my happy. But anyways, then it progresses, and you start thinking of little ways to kill yourself in short periods of time. Like, I'll be at a park and I'll think of ways to kill myself using whatever's around. That's not when it's bad either, that's actually kind of interesting. But then it progresses to more thought out plans. Um, when I have a while to think, and suddenly I have my first plan. I'll have notes in my phone of how to do it, when I'm gonna do it. There will be web searches of best ways to kill yourself, where to buy a gun, and sometimes a suicide letter written, and whatever happens, happens. I'm up to the letter. I'm waiting for it. That's another one of my ex. triggers. Oh, interesting. It's a list of my triggers. Well, old triggers, right? Anything that can be used to kill yourself, including trains, rope, knives, guns, buildings, scissors, axes, cars, pins, razors, bleach, needles, anything that will hurt me. Feelings and thoughts. Humans. And I know that sounds very generalized, but it's true. Sometimes it's the way they talk, what they look/smell like, what they talk about, or how they act. It's not all humans, and I'm not triggered every time I see one, but yeah, certain smells like the old stale cigarette smell on someone's breath. I don't know what it's called, but there's this men's cologne or aftershave or something that sets my brain off. Food used to be a big trigger. Now not so much, but I still can't deal with bananas, even though they taste good. Music can trigger me, the sound of a clock ticking, people touching me, loud noises, rubber bands being flicked around, children crying, movies, everything. The worst trigger that I struggle with is my own mind. It thinks too much. Oh, I like this one. Well, I like the start of this one. Uh, does anyone else feel like they don't belong here? I feel like my home is elsewhere. I do not relate to other humans. My brain works differently. And I'm not wasting my time explaining it because you'll never see it from my point of view. Oh, how naive. That's not in there. But I've accepted that I don't belong here, so why can't other people? And I know that there is probably nothing after death. I wish I could know for sure because nothing would be nice. Getting to be a ghost and watch over Kirsty would be fucking amazing. Heaven and hell would be cool either way. I don't know, I'm just hoping I get reborn back here after I die and have to restart. Oh, hoping I don't get reborn back here. Right, yeah. Um, but yeah, I've thought about it a lot. I think about a lot of things, too many things. Questions that no one can answer. My brain believes things that the majority of the population would say was crazy. It just, I don't know. I'm different, and to me, death isn't something bad that everyone should be afraid of or avoid. It's normal, it happens to everyone, and sometimes it's just your time. And I don't like people freaking out about it. I don't like being taken to hospital for no reason. I'm only being so honest because I'm not stupid and would never tell anyone when I really have no reason to lie because I have nothing to lose right now. Even if I was stupid enough to save the day and they lock me up, it would only be prolonging it. So I just want to say thank you for trying to help me. You can close my file. You're a really good therapist, and it was a pleasure to meet you. Sorry I was a cunt.